Tanigai. Today in this video we are going to see how the various infectional disease spread affect the human being and other living creatures. The infectional disease spread is spread by air, water, food, etc. which we discussed in the previous video. In this video we are going to see how this infectional disease spread affect our human body or system or function. First of all, for every day to human function, we need a vacuum inside our body. For example, for breathing, we need lungs. For blood flow, we need heart. Like that, there is a various internal organ present in our body. First thing we are going to see about this infectious respiratory is lungs. Where the lungs act as a vacuum for oxygen exchange process. That is a gaseous exchange process where we intake O2 and we are going to release CO2. For that, without any disturbance, this function need to be carried forth. But due to this infectional disease spread, first thing is going to be affected is our lungs. We cannot take intake properly, and we cannot release the CO2 properly. That's the main thing happened in the infectional disease spread, which is affected by this infectional disease spread. How this happened, we are going to see now. Now you think lungs act as a vacuum. That it acts as a vacuum. Within that vacuum, we are going to pass O2 and we are going to release CO2. That's the thing. For example, you want to consider a vacuum cleaner, you just consider what it happens. In vacuum cleaner, what happens? It's going to suck the particles or any kind of thing outside the environment. It's going to suck it inside and it's going to be drained by a particular component. Okay, that's the thing. Why I specifically mention here a vacuum cleaner? There is a purpose for this one. Why I want to mention this vacuum cleaner? Vacuum cleaner is a machinery. It cannot be function without any kind of lubrication. Without any kind of lubrication, that vacuum cleaner cannot perform. Same thing in our lungs, we need some lubrications. That lubrication should be in controlled manner to exchange oxygen and CO2. Here in our how this infectious disease spread easily affect this vacuum. Due to this lubrication, that lubrication is nothing but an immunity power or resistance power which is present in your body or in your lungs. That resistance power should be there. In vacuum cleaner, they will put an oil, that is a vacuum cleaner oil, vacuum pump oil will be used in the vacuum cleaner. What it does, just absorb all particle outside and it's going to send it to the dust component. Okay, same thing here also. We are going to take oxygen and we are going to, in same way, we are going to release CO2. Okay, then you are saying this vacuum cleaner and lungs both are compared, and you are saying like that, you can ask a question, but there is a reason for this. That is a machinery where we should put the oil, but here it's a normal natural exchange process where due to air, water, food product, it's going to be get infected or it's going to get malfunctioning, or that vacuum is going to be affected. That's a thing. How this vacuum, that is our lungs or any other internal component, get affected? Mainly the lubrication process. If lubrication process is not in our internal organ, the vacuum will be definitely affected within the organs. How this vacuum lubrication affects in our body? You can ask a question. There is here in our intake, that is a food intake, air intake, or water intake. For example, you consider a food intake in previous video, that is a sweet candy. In our sweet candy, what happens for taste or any other purpose, we are going to have that one. Same kind of system where for this pongal I had a badam pista mix on box has been given to me for this pongal as a gift. I just tasted and I didn't use that one. Just I kept it in a corner and I didn't use that sweet, that is a badam pista milk powder. I didn't use, just tasted and kept in a corner, and I went to my native place. After 2 to 3 months, I just after that I checked that one. There is a layer kind of thing, that is like a spider nest. That is if spider will be a nest will be formed in some oval shape in some horizontal way, but here in vertical form its layering has been done, like a lungs infection if happens, it will be happened in a vertical form. How this kind of layering has been happened within that sweet box, I checked that one. After that I just collected the ingredients which is inside the that sweet, that is a badam pista powder. I noted that milk powder, sugar powder, badam powder, and then pista powder. These are the 4 ingredients with some preservative. These are the 5 ingredients present in that milk, that is a badam pista mixture. Where here that sugar powder is an main thing for any kind of thing to replicate or anything. Replication will be happened, that is a germination, everything will be happened due to that. So that I found by what kind of sugar powder I want to check that one, and I found that it's like in our small age, in our young age, we can add a panchimidai, that is a sweet sugar. It will be put inside a rotary. They will be putting few oil inside the one, and that if that sugar got melted and we get a panchimidai, like that sweet will be getting. Same kind of thing I found in that box. If anyone unknown person if using that kind of food product, what happens in our lungs? Same kind of that layering will be deposited in our lungs, that is formed in our lungs, so that all pores within our lungs will get closed and you cannot breathe, and you will die after that one. So how these kind of layering is created, you want to know. Here that layering is not easily formed. Here what happened here, that sugar powder is reacted with all other milk powder, badam powder, and pista, everything, but there is a vacuum created. I closed tightly, there is a vacuum created in that one. In that what happened, for creating a powder like consistency, like a panchimidai, they will be making a powder. Now they will not use sugar directly, they will have some multiple step in that one. In that they will be putting few drops of oil in that one, like coconut oil, anything. Same kind of thing should be done for the sugar powder, but that oil can be leaked from the rotary, that is a mixing rotary, it can be leaked. That is like a vacuum pump. In vacuum pump we will be using a vacuum pump oil or vacuum cleaning oil. That may be leaked in that sugar powder from the rotary, in the sugar powder, then without knowingly that product can be made. What it does, that oil, that rotary oil or any other vacuum pump oil, vacuum clean oil, it just absorb the particles in the outside environment. But our lungs, what's the functionality is happening? Just want to absorb the oxygen. That's the one thing. But here, if you have this kind of food product, what happens? Your lungs will be absorbing all the particles outside the environment. So, if there is a worm in the, that is a heartworm or anything present in the air, or any kind of viral, that is swine flu viral infection, bacterial infection, fungus infection, monkey fever, anything is in the external environment is going to be absorbed into your body, that is into your lungs first. All infection is going to be affected in your lungs. So what happens in your lungs? Your lungs is in an absorbing state, so it cannot release or it cannot resist to that absorption because of that oil or lubrication oil in our body. That is a toxication. Like that toxication, you can directly say. Without knowing that you have that food product or oil, for example, if you have that oil, then you cannot, that lungs cannot resist to that kind of infection. What happen? All particle will be going to get into your lungs, and you cannot recycle it properly. So your breathing process, within a few days, what happens? Your lungs will be fully, all pores will be closed. Your lungs will be get decayed or get failure within a few days. So that your respiration process fully is going to be affected. After that, blood flow will be affected, and digestion one by one slowly you will get die because of this infectional disease spread. So you just check in your food product whether your that food product affects your vacuum. Main purpose, mostly in traditional people, what they will check first thing is a vacuum cleaning process. That is in what they say, in empty stomach you have this kind of food. In after eating you have this kind of food. Like that they the elders will be saying to this, but nowadays they are not following that one. But it's true that in empty stomach we should have this kind of food so that it will clean. This kind of vacuum cleaning will be happened within our internal organs, and after eating this kind of food you eat, then this kind of cleaning process will be happened within your human body. They will be saying. So you just check the food product which you use daily. For example, this kind of powder thing grinded by a rotary with leakage of vacuum pump oil, anything. And also the marachiki, and I checked. I got in 2018 itself. I found that one, and immunity power. Even using that one, we are using the immunity power is reduced. So that I didn't use that marachiki, and because there is I found that there is the deposit of particles is there in that one when using that marachiki, and I didn't use that one. But now it's clear due to rotary leakage, the cleaning process with the used vacuum cleaning oil, anything, because of that this kind of vacuum oil is going to be mixed from the machinery after cleaning, so that our product is going to get improved ingredients. When we are going to have that kind of food product or oil, that is rotary made food product, example marachiki or this kind of sugar grind product, everything, we are going to get affect our vacuum, that is an internal organs is going to get affected due to this kind of food product. When our internal organ vacuum is going to get affected. We are going to get infected easily from the external environment. That's currently happening now. That's infection spread where everyone is going got a worm infection or viral infection or bacterial fungal. Every this kind of thing is going to be spreaded easily to every living organism. So when you get buying a product, food product, you just check the thing and you can buy and use that one, so that you will not get infected and you can maintain your health and you can perform your work in a productive manner. Thank you for watching the video.